What is going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. Now, I'm going to tell you what, lots of stuff went into this. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Not only are we going to be seeing a lot of stuff here in just a second, but we also have a lot of stuff that we're going to need to go over. So this is going to be one of those episodes you are not going to want to miss. This is going to be one of those things that you are not going to want to take your eyes off of. And this is going to be one of those things that we're going to get going right about now. What's going on, Blaze? Welcome to the stream, brother. Blaze setting up the Cause Summit, so that is coming up. If you guys haven't checked out his channel, go check it out right now. But first, one of the things we need to talk about is look at the state of these two.
There's a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, the Corporation.
The Corporate Syndicate now also having a female wrestlers division. Now, we talked about this last time. nWo having the female wrestling division on their side. The Corporation, led by Rowdy Hunt, had to do the same things. There is no way around it. No way to get around it. So now the Corporate Syndicate also having a female division. Now, it's not too big of a leap. You got to know GC Rock coming down with Lady Rock and Penny. Very tight-knit group they were. So you almost knew that if GC Rock was going to come out and be in the Corporation, be in the Corporate Syndicate, that these two would also be in the Corporate Syndicate as well. What's going on, Jamar Games? Welcome to the stream, brother. Vipiro, what is happening, my man? Pretty Deadly, welcome in. Jesse the Jackhammer, what are you doing, brother? Prime Time, what is happening? Temple Plays, welcome to the stream. Now, we talked about some other things as well, and one of those other things I said we're going to have to talk about it. Very, very interesting. But as of right now, we do not know where Sawyer is at. Last time we saw him, there was a cryptic message in the Discord channel. Then it got deleted. And now we have no idea where he was at. The last thing that we saw, the last time that we saw Sawyer, was when he was standing next to, we thought at the time, might have been the Stalker guy.
The nWo.
But then the Stalker releases a letter, knifed, to Eric Bischoff's door, saying that is not him. So we did not know who Sawyer was standing next to, and now Sawyer seemingly has disappeared. What does this mean for Tammy? We don't know. But we do know that the last thing that we saw was Sawyer standing next to the Stalker imposter, I guess is what we'll call him. No idea what he is. So, but very interesting. The Corporation, the Corporate Syndicate, we know that the Syndicate and the Corporation has merged together. And now the nWo facing off against members, and they probably didn't even realize that they were like officially a part of it, but now really starting to get it. Misty and Kylie were just recently lost their WCW Special Series 8 Women Tag Team titles to Anita T and Sid B. So those two officially forming a tag team, and now Misty and Kylie in the ring right here. Now, one of the better tag teams that we've seen in a long time, Misty and Kylie, they have held all different kinds of tag team title gold. So no titles on the line right here. Not going to see a lot of titles on the line here tonight. We will see the television championship. Andrew Dubs getting a shot at Bama. That's another thing. Since the nWo and the corporate syndicate has kicked off, we don't exactly know what is going on with the Horsemen. But tonight we will see Bama come out defend his television title. So I know WCW has gone out, has alerted the authorities. The authorities are looking for Sawyer at this time. He is considered to be a missing persons right now. But again, it has only been 24 hours, so who knows what is going to go on with that. And look at the state of this. nWo doing nWo things out there. And you can see, not just has Kylie and Missy been a tag team for a while, not have they just been success. One of the few mother-daughter tag teams that we have, but Penny and Lady Rock for many, many seasons, even though we don't see a lot of them, we have seen that for many seasons they have also been a tag team. So just you really expect some good tag team action here in this match. What is going on, Brian? Welcome to the stream, brother. Two, go check out Brian's channel. Go check out Jesse's channel. Check out Temple. And, of course, go check out Blaze's channel. If you guys don't go over and subscribe to Blaze's channel, throughout the month of February, you're about to miss some amazing Cause Summit podcasts. You're going to see Totes My Goats on one of them as well. So go check that out. Should be a lot of fun getting a bunch of different E-Federation owners together talking about how they conduct their own businesses. So many people out there, so many different ways to do it. Should be a lot of fun. But we saw the corporate syndicate get the best, the leaders, the two leaders fighting, and the main event of Thursday Thunder. Rowdy winning a 15-minute Iron Man match 3-1 against Totes. And then Rowdy's like, okay, moving on to bigger and better things. But you got to know that is probably not how the nWo works. Maybe they do. Like, who knows? This is brand new leadership now under Totes and Rowdy. And then you look at the state of those two guys, not a lot of leadership. Not a lot of leadership opportunities went on. While they were in the Horsemen, you had Rowdy, you had Eagle, you had Bama, and you had Totes all kind of running it together once Robbo left. Robbo now also a member of the corporate syndicate. We saw that. So we saw the nWo win a couple matches. We've seen the corporate syndicate win a couple matches. What is going to happen here tonight? And it makes you wonder, too, who now is in the nWo, who now is in the corporate syndicate. We know that the normal people from the nWo, we already know some of the members of the nWo. Now Totes coming over. Does any more people come over? Do they expand the women's division? Does the corporate syndicate expand? So there's a lot of things on the line right now, a lot of stakes. I know the feel in the back, in the locker room. We've got people being approached to join one or the other, but there is also a group of wrestlers kind of standing their ground, refusing to join either group and wanting to just remain WCW. Said that they would just fight to ensure the brand keeps going on. And it feels like the nWo wants to come in and change it. It feels like the corporation trying to step up and stop that from happening. But maybe, and who knows, maybe the corporate syndicate is trying to take it over. Maybe the corporate syndicate wants to be the ones in charge and leading things. We saw some of the breaking news earlier tonight, where Bret Hart now taking on the role inside the corporate syndicate, taking on the role of that Hollywood Hogan. Hogan acting as an advisor in the nWo. And now Bret Hart. Who Bret Hart? Think about this. Corporate syndicate wielding a lot of power right now. The Corporate Syndicate has the Universal World Champion, has the Universal, or the WCW Champion. The Wolfpack, oh, hold up, Red's Redemption on the Lady Rock, 1. And Penny getting in to slow that down. What is going on, Bounty Hunter? Welcome to the stream. So there is a lot of power inside the Corporate Syndicate already, holding the top 2 men's titles. We know right now Aussie, don't know where she stands, but we will see her later here tonight facing off against Melinda. Melinda, the current United States and women's television title holder. So we will see them, because you know at some point, we've seen her and Repetia, Aussie and Repetia go back and forth, but at some point, Melinda will get that shot at the world title belt. So getting to see those 2 wrestlers here tonight should be a heck of a match. 2. And maybe it'll be one of those matches where we don't have to worry about the Horsemen. We don't have to worry about the Corporate Syndicate. We don't have to worry about the new world order. The new world order. We can just get down to some wrestling, take a break, and relax for a second, maybe take a breath. Because you see already here tonight, unable to do that, unable to get that thing going, needing to take some time. Kylie with a big slam onto Penny. Referee not even paying attention. Lady Rock now getting in, breaking it up as well. Now that was not Kylie's finishing move, and realize this. You look at Kylie. Kylie was the one who found a way to beat Aussie when Aussie was on her historic world title run, defending that title, the first run 11 times, now already on a couple of them. And look at this. nWo double teaming Penny, but Penny right back up on her feet, ready to get things going. You can see the New World Order not bringing out a manager, but GC Rock out there trying to figure out what is going on. Now, the legal people are Penny and Kylie, currently not hooking it up right now. They're going after the other people, but Kylie sneaking back in. GC Rock, you can hear him shouting, here she comes. But Penny unable to get down in time, but maybe that was just enough for her to get her wits about her, get her senses about her, and get things turned back in her direction. You look at the size of the wrestlers, obviously the New World Order right now taking it in the size department, but Penny and Lady Rock taking it in the speed category. So speed, maybe even the widths, who knows? But Kylie right now showing you the straight power she's got. Slams her down again. 1, 2, and a 2 count. Nice. I always like it when people come from somewhere else, like, hey, Temple sent me, you know what I mean? Good to see. Good to see that stuff, so appreciate that. And look at this, getting right up in there, really going after the chokehold, the referee, but this is straight up nWo tactics. Misty, you know, letting you know, like, hey, she's not doing nothing, like, hey, calm it down. Nothing to see here. Whips her into the corner, and you would almost expect to see a double team coming on in there. Oh, big right hook. Catches Misty in the jaw. Misty looking like she might be a little pissed off about it. Picks her up. Sidewalk slam. And now slowing things down a little bit. You know, if you're a power wrestler, you're wanting things to stay slow. Oh, what? Not sure what Misty was going after. Looked like she might have been going after a big-time lariat. But Lady Rock able to get her wits back about her and deliver a foot right to the face. She put the boots upside her head. And now just stomping a mud hole in Misty on the side, going for the pin. 1, 2. And Misty kicking out with some authority. You can kind of see how far back she went flying. Yeah, I don't know. You know, you look at Primetime, ask the question, are there going to be more horsemen? No idea what's going on. Have not heard a lot about it. 2, 3, and the nWo step up to get a big win here against the corporate syndicate.
The nWo.
Now look, you look at it, it's got to be kind of disheartening right at first because the nWo come out, they think they're just fighting whoever they're fighting, and then it turns out these ladies already joined the corporate syndicate. You know what I mean? Like, it's already going downtown. So absolutely crazy what is starting off already. Let's go ahead and set a goal here. Goals are always fun. Set 10 $2 tickets. People buy the $2 ticket to watch the show. 10 of us do it. Do a bonus podcast tomorrow. I got a lot to talk about in a podcast. So we'll go ahead and get that going. But this is one of those things, like I said, you probably do not want to take your eyes off what is going on, right? We're going to be talking about things. You're going to see things on the TV. Going to be absolutely amazing. You will see a few WCW guys from the past. You used to see a lot more.
It's scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing the nWo from Leeds, England, the Legend Killer, Jane.
And now for the first time ever, Jane, a brand new member of the New World Order. And look, it's not just your normal typical colors. All of a sudden now Jane coming out looking like Heather D, looking like Heather would prefer the New World Order colors to be. Heather, of course, the leader on the women's side, but that answers a big question. Are the women of the nWo going to expand? And apparently the answer is a resounding yes. Yes, they are. But now who else is going to be involved?
Representing the Hart Foundation from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Bobby Hart.
And look at the state of this. Bret Hart announcing that he is going to be the guy, going to be the advisor to the corporate syndicate. And now the corporate Hart Foundation making their way down to the ring. Lexi Hart, the current WCW Hardcore Women's Champion. And the Hart Foundation, or should I say the corporate Hart Foundation, taking on a whole new look. What is going on, Sentinel? Welcome to the stream. So if you guys don't know, when I do the announcing, my announcer name is Frankie Two Fingers. And right away, we have seen these two girls go at it before. We have seen these two women fight it out in the ring, and back and forth they have gone. But we have never seen Jane in the New World Order. What's funny about the New World Order, we've said this multiple times, the original New World Order is the oldest, on the women's side, is the oldest faction. They have been around for all 6 seasons, never changed members, and now here tonight, the very first since season 1, brand new member. Now, You might think, because you got in a little late, maybe you got in season 5, and you're like, no, Allison joined the nWo, so that can't be right. Allison was a member of the New World Order in season 1, then left, then came back, but one of the original members nonetheless. Now Jane, for the first time, donning the colors of the nWo. And then you look at this, the Corporate Heart Foundation. So we know right now we've got the Corporate Heart Foundation, Bobby, Lexi, and Tiffany. Plus, we have Lady Rock and Penny all on the female side, all in the Corporate Syndicate. And look at this. We have seen both of these women do this before. And look at this. The Hart Foundation stopping Jane from getting back in, allowing Bobby Hart to win by countout. And now the ladies of the Corporate Heart Foundation living it up, living large, pulling a move that you would expect to see from the New World Order. But that's going to be one of those things. You look at who leads the corporation. You look at who leads the New World Order now. You look at these things, and is it any wonder you've got a former member of the Horsemen, 2 former members of the Horsemen leading both of these factions.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WCW Undisputed World Television Championship.
Now, if what I think's about to happen is about to happen, we're going to stop it because it should not go down this way. Some weird glitch may have just happened in this match. So we will see. If Eagle Star walks out, yeah, not doing it. Not doing it. Ruins the surprise a little bit, but we're not doing it.
Introducing the challenger.
No, we're not doing it. We're going to do it the right way, or we're not going to do it at all. Yep, that is not what is going on. Yeah, I don't know why it does this. You can see right there, it is lined up the correct way. Yeah, it makes no sense. No sense. No sense. Like, that's no sense. But oh well. It is what it is. But the one thing that we know is we're about to find some more things out, right? Who lines up with who? I'm about to see right here.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WCW Undisputed World Television Championship.
So right here, we shouldn't know this, but we just saw what happened. A brand new member of the nWo, the Japnadian himself, Andrew Dubs, being poached. Now, not just from the Syndicate, could have easily ended up in the Corporate Syndicate. Not just from Dragunov School of Wrestling, he just graduated from there, but now joining Totes in the New World Order. And immediately getting a shot again at the World Television title. Can Andrew Dubs bring home that television title here tonight? nWo, they have some title belts. They have the Cruiserweight title. They have the Universal $1 Million Championship, but what they don't have is the world titles. They don't have the TV titles. Can Dubs make that change here tonight? Yeah, look, Totes goes over to the dark side. All of a sudden, he starts growing out beards. You know what I mean? Like, who would have thunk it? Typical nWo business right there. Now, still rocking. You still see they both still wearing the emblems, still wearing the badging, still representing the Four Horsemen. So the Four Horsemen not dead, but that goes back and lends to the question, will they try to grow the Four Horsemen now that Rowdy is left and is leading the corporate syndicate, now that Totes is left and is leading the New World Order? Are they going to keep the Four Horsemen going, or do they wait? Do they try to see if Totes and Rowdy can come back? Will they try to make that play? Very, very hard to tell. Very hard to say which way that's going to go. So again, just another thing we have got to keep an eye on. I will keep my ear to the ground and let you know any information that I find out that comes back that way. And again, this is the best looking title belt on all of planet Earth.
Introducing the challenger from Japan, weighing in at 237 pounds, Madman Andrew Dubs. And his opponent from Montgomery, Alabama, weighing in at 240 pounds, the WCW Undisputed World Television Champion, Bubba Boy.
What is going on, Eagle Star? Welcome to the stream. Eagle Star down at ringside here for this match, trying to make sure that apparently the nWo doesn't do any shenanigans. Shenanigans already being done right now. You can see Andrew Dubs, the newest member of the New World Order, Bama, trying to hold on to the title belt that the Horsemen hold on to right now. But that's the other thing, like we talked about, well, would the Horsemen wait and not? It's a glitch with the Horsemen's entrance, so it goes to show the Horsemen, they don't even carry their belts around. They have the referees carry the belts down for them, because all they care about is whooping people. The belt's just like an afterthought to the Horsemen. Dubs is nWo. But if you think about this, you got Totes out of the Horsemen. You got Rowdy out of the Horsemen. This would be an interesting, like, I'm not saying that the Horsemen are going to try to keep going or not try to keep going. Like, who knows what they're going to do, right? But who would be a Horseman? Like, who could they bring in? Who fights like a Horseman who's not in the nWo, who's not in the Syndicate, who's not in the Wolfpack? Who would they be able to bring in? Like, who are the candidates out there to even be one of the Horsemen? Horsemen, very, very particular type of wrestler. Like, not just everybody was a Horseman. Oh, like, I'm a really good wrestler, so I'm a Horseman. Hogan could have never been a Horseman. He didn't have the right attitude. Even in the nWo, it wasn't right. Something was just off, you know what I mean? So that would probably be, like, that'd be a crazy topic of discussion. Who in our universe could be a horseman? There's a couple I could think out there, you know, like you think of maybe a Grady or a Herbie, right? American Alpha 2, maybe those guys could be horsemen. But we've seen Herbie go after trying to get into the horsemen before, and it doesn't work out. Oh, and look at this. Bama going after him, but Dubs staying just one step ahead, going up and over, going off top ropes. Yeah, and letting you know, look. After graduating from the Dragunov School of Wrestling, after coming back from Japan, the man from Canada, taking all the stuff that he has learned and now bringing it to the New World Order. But again, you got Bama. Bama, an absolute horseman, not just going to lay down, not just going to say, oh, you're a new member of the NWO, and look at this, horseman stuff. And horseman stuff really borderline some of the New World Order stuff. New World Order a little bit more devious, should we say. A little bit more rule breaking. And Bama looking like he's trying to set up for something, doesn't though. And that's the other thing. This is one of those, oh, right there, got out of the way. But then Dubs catches him riding dirty and now goes downtown. Now goes in and gets it and now rides the scunion of Bama right to the ground. And Bama able to kick out in two. I was almost like, there it is, Totes. You can see Totes on the outside, the leader of the NWO, thinking that Dubs just brought home the television title. But Totes, no stranger to the Four Horsemen, obviously in the Horsemen for a long time, and now back leading the NWO. Totes fought the NWO by himself a long time ago, ended up earning the rights to the New World Order and gets paid from members of the New World Order, never leading that faction though, and now back in the NWO and leading the faction. So is that what the NWO is going to need? Maybe. But we saw him face off against Rowdy, and Rowdy getting the better of him in a 15-minute Iron Man match. So Rowdy winning 3-1 in that match. And now Rowdy leading the corporate syndicate. And look, that's another thing. Maybe we don't talk about it or haven't talked about it enough. Oh, is Bama going to tap out? Dubs has him in a lock right here. Looking like a possible Dragunov type maneuver. And going for the big move. Bama able to get out of the way, however, and now getting him into the corner and going to try to end this match right here. We actually have, I think we have one spot open right now too, Bounty. Just keep showing up in the chat a little bit, talking it out. And then we can also talk a little bit behind the scenes. I will tell you, the C Federation is a little different than some others, and you hear people say that, but you'll see why. But I should probably put it in there too. Let's go ahead and get the Discord loaded up. Let's get the invite for the Discord. Let me put it in there just in case you're not in our Discord. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, 1, 2, 3, and we have a brand new WCW World Television Champion.
Here is your winner, and new WCW Undisputed World Television Champion, Madman Andrew Dubs.
So Dubs becoming a member of the New World Order, and immediately on his debut with the nWo winning the WCW World Television title. Big deal here in the WCW, and Dubs bringing that home to rest with the nWo. So lots of crazy stuff going on with that, but we've already seen, like, right away, lots of stuff happening that we probably didn't expect. Lady Rock and Penny, all of a sudden, now they are leading, or kind of made the initial push to show, hey, this is what's going on. Then the Hart Foundation shows they've gone corporate. Then Andrew Dubs, like, it's like you can't take your eyes off the TV. If you do, you are definitely going to miss something. Now, the two leaders, not leaders, but the two advisors of both factions, Bret Hart and Hulk Hogan, gonna face off in the ring. No title on the line. Bret Hart, obviously, the Universal World Champion right now. Title belt isn't on the line, but him and Hogan are gonna face off. A lot of bad blood going back between these two.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 235 pounds, the Universal World Heavyweight Champion, Bret the Hitman Hart.
And look, Temple Plays isn't missing anywhere. Sawyer's missing. Temple isn't missing. Temple's right there in the string. It's like Frankie Two Fingers, right? Frankie Two Fingers. I'm not missing. I'm also not Totes My Goats. Totes My Goats, bunch of little pixels on that TV screen over there. Not me, though. But yeah, I'm not. And see, I'm not even fooled.
From Venice Beach, California, weighing in at 302 pounds, Hulk Hogan.
I'm not even fooled. Like, I don't know if that's Sawyer or not that's doing the talking. Like, if he's missing, he's probably not doing any talking. So then who's doing the talking in the chat? Maybe Temple. Maybe Temple's the guy who kidnapped Sawyer. Be a weird storyline. Yeah, I'd imagine if Sawyer's missing, he probably can't do a lot of talking. And look at the state of these two. Now, if you go back over time and you look at some of the different things, there was a time when Vince McMahon put the world title on Bret Hart and was like, hey, you're going to be the world champion for a long time. According to Bret Hart. Hogan ends up coming back in, and then somehow Hart has to drop the title back to Hogan, and then Hogan would not turn around and drop the title back to him, even when he was leaving. And Bret Hart, he tells this story, never forgave Hogan for that, really. Or I mean, maybe he has now, but like at the time when their careers were going on. And you think about it, kind of a crappy thing to do. He goes, yeah, I thought we were friends. I considered ourselves to be friends and the whole 9 yards. But some really interesting stories. I like to watch a lot of what Bret Hart says. I watch a lot of what, like, Austin, Bret Hart. I watch the Hogan, the Bischoff stuff. I like to watch a lot of the stuff just to see what they're talking about, Goldberg. But a lot of interesting stories coming out of that. And don't get me wrong, three sides to every story, right? There's Hogan's side, there's Bret Hart's side, and then there's the truth. So lots of stuff going on right there. But so far here tonight, minus that television champion match, it has been all nWo versus the corporate syndicate. Now, I don't think Bischoff meant for that to happen, but all of a sudden, that is the thing that starts happening. Maybe Bischoff knows about it. And guys, too, if you don't know, if you're not sure how to spell our GM's name, just so you know, I'm just gonna put it in there so you guys know, so you guys can see the deal. But our GM's name is hold on. Oh, here we go. That is how you spell it right there. At least for now, you know, we've gone through a lot of different things and a lot of different stuff where we've had a couple different GMs. If you guys remember, like if you guys go back and watch season 1, John Cena at one point was hired by GC Rock in the TSW to be our general manager. Then him, Penny, GC Rock, and Totes all helped lead the way into making a merger in the WWE. Once in the WWE, only there for one short season. Some WWE wrestlers got together, some older WCW wrestlers got together, and then split off with Stephanie McMahon's approval, but split off to form the WCW 2.0, and that is where we are at right now. The WCW is the longest running shows in our universe mode. So lots of stuff going on. Now, you know these two guys, neither one of them strangers to what is going on. And look at this. Hogan probably going to try to win this one by countout. Bret Hart. Oh, I say that. But Bret Hart fighting back. These guys have got to get back in the ring. Will Bret Hart be able to do it? He does. Hogan trying to get back up to his feet. And the referee has the count out. So look. The corporate syndicate absolutely taking the lead, or taking the advice of Bret Hart, and Bret Hart does it here to Hogan right now. And goes and wins this match by a countout. So, it makes you wonder now, you see how many times the Horsemen won their matches by countout. And I would have thought it would have been Totes, but now the New World Order not trying to win them by countout. However, the corporate syndicate is. So it makes me wonder, was Rowdy the one that was like, hey, you don't have to beat him in the ring. You can win by countout. And look, at the end of the day, unless a title is on the line, winning is winning. So there's no way around that. Hey, you have a great day at work, King Sam. King Sam always gets in here, buys a ticket. Also, it's very much appreciated what he does. Matter of fact, by the end of the month, I should have an idea if I found the belt or not. I've purchased a replica belt to see if that's going to be the one.
Scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring, representing the corporation from Smithfield, North Carolina, Hyperspeed T. Jones.
And look at the state of this. T. Jones, also now a member of the corporate syndicate, so very much so filling out the ladies roster on their side, making sure that they have the firepower to go up against the New World Order. TJ, the greatest WCW Women's United States Champion we have ever seen, now becoming a member of the corporate syndicate.
representing the nWo from St. Louis, Missouri, the Extreme Shy Girl, Davis!
And you can see it right there, escorting Cheyenne down to the ring. Cheyenne holding one of the Money in the Bank briefcases, the WCW Women's World briefcase, so she can challenge the world champion anytime she wants. But I think the bigger news is Jay Savage, now a member of the nWo. So now these two ladies getting off to a quick start. Obviously, Cheyenne Davis, we talk about it every time she comes out. But we talk about her being the greatest Universal World Champion. She has oddly never held the WCW Women's Championship. So think about that for just a second. That's because I'm not always good at doing the thing. So let me just restart this real quick. 30 minutes, yeah, not long enough. One of the other interesting things we'll do, and I'll do it sooner, matter of fact, I'll do it tomorrow. A lot of people think they know how to set up their universe mode to work. What I'm going to do, and it takes about 2 hours to do it, I will show you step by step in a stream how to set up your universe mode to work with multiple different shows for real. If we hit that goal, instead of doing it in the month of February, I will do it tomorrow. And look at this. Both of these ladies now are going to take it off the ropes in different ways. Cheyenne, though, and we talk about this a lot, Cheyenne can end your night from anywhere in 3 moves, anywhere in the ring. TJ, T. Jones, she can also end your night in 2 moves, but it has to very specifically be in a certain part of the ring. So if TJ can get the golden sledgehammer in on you, if she can get, which is a move off the top rope, probably the most devastating move in this game in my opinion. It is a top rope DDT. Not easy to hit either. And look at this. She gets back and she moves out of the way, and a big flippity-doo-dah to you right there. A huge power slam coming at you. And move number 2. Now I know she's going for the leg, but if she hits the next move right here, she will have proven my point. If she can hit her finisher right here, the 8-second ride, she could have ended TJ's night right there. No doubts about it. Oh, and there it is. Good night. 1, 2. And look at this. With the coaching of Rowdy, TJ reaches up, unable to kick out of that move, but able to grab the bottom rope, getting the referee to break up that 3 count. Cheyenne staying on top of it, though. Staying on top of her. TJ needing to find a way with the new lease on life she has just been given, and she gets out of the way. Is that the mistake that she needs to fix everything right here to win this match. What is going on, Herbie? Welcome to the stream. But yeah, before 2K25 drops, I am going to show you how to set it up. It is a lengthy process, but it is worth it, especially if you do it right at the beginning of the year. TJ now making the comeback. Is she going to take this up top? Is it time yet for the golden sledgehammer? Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Oh, look. Cheyenne realizing what's at stake right here. Reversing it out of the way. Getting that scorpion death drop on her. Now hitting her again. TJ fighting through it. And TJ just trying to find a way right now to end this match. That might be it. 1, 2, 3. And TJ, the newest member of the corporate Syndicate, gets the win.
Here is your winner, Hyperspeed TJ.
Now you look at the reason for the win and how she went about it. That is an alternate finishing move that she's got right there. However, getting a win against Cheyenne is huge. You start doing that, now you start looking again at possibly getting yourself put back in to the world title picture for the women. So, huge win right there, beating the greatest Universal Women's Champion ever. And now, kind of an interesting look and something that makes me think we know right now that Vipero is a member of the corporate syndicate. So, are the other two having a coming out party as well? We're about to find out, but this is going to be a three-way, a two-man, three-man, a 2-3-man tag team elimination match. We've done it in 4s, but typically we only do it in 3s on the women's side. But here tonight, getting ready to do it right now. So the lights have gone out. And look at the state of this coming out party right now. The corporate syndicate's newest members, former WCW World Champion Blackheart, and now Blaze McCoy, a member of the corporate syndicate. This is starting to make you wonder who is going to be left even in WCW.
The following is an elimination match, and at a combined weight of 563 pounds, the WCW Underground Internet Champions, the Corporation.
But now, 2 of the newest members of the corporate syndicate, and I'm telling you what, if I was the New World Order, their roster is getting scary. Blackheart, a 2-time WCW World Champion. Blaze, a multi-time champion in the WCW. Now donning the corporate suits and getting down here to follow Rowdy. So you see there's people backing Totes, there's people backing Rowdy. But who is going to stay out of it? Like, who is going to stay just on the WCW side? Stuff's starting to get real now. Things are starting to get real right now. And we already knew that Jace, Wagner, Chilavok, and Totes Magoats were all members of the New World Order. We knew this already. So no big surprises coming out right now, but the huge surprise was the current announcement
representing the Syndicate from Columbus, Georgia, weighing in at 205 pounds, the Sting V.
And Vipiro coming down right now, getting into a match. Gonna help represent the corporate syndicate. And that's the other thing. What is going on? R2K, welcome to the stream, brother. It's another thing, R2K. You look at the state of that as well. R2K wanting and earning a world title shot as well. So when is that going to take place? We know Matt Storm. We know R2K, both men earning world title shots. Just Matt Storm in two different ways, but R2K just by becoming the United States champion, having that strong title run, definitely going to get a shot at the world title here before too long.
Weighing in at 205 pounds, fallen hero,
Chilovak now, Chili making his way down to the ring as well. Been a member of the nWo now for a little bit, so not surprising there. Kind of when the moves started to get made in the nWo, it got to make you wonder. You saw Jace Wagner come over, you saw Gruning come over, you saw Digital Dogs come over, then they bring in Chilovak. Hogan kind of leading the charge there. Was this always the plan? Was the plan the whole time to start bringing in Totes Magoats to lead the way? Was the plan to bring in other members? Because it's weird. It makes you wonder, did the Syndicate find out Jay Savage's plans, or did the Syndicate try to overthrow Jay Savage and this was his answer to that? Was the plan for Totes always to leave, or did Rowdy find out about it and that's what the fallout was about? There's probably going to be things we don't exactly know about it, but one thing we know for sure is those two dudes don't do anything small. They had a fallout and now have elevated two factions, one out of nowhere and one that has been growing. So, and then what does it mean for the wrestlers in the WCW?
And at a combined weight of 505 pounds, the nWo.
Totes McGoats joins the nWo, starts leading the nWo, and then grows a beard just like his brother. If you guys didn't know, Jace Wagner is his brother. So now Totes making his way down the ring. Jace, and almost maybe as an answer to Rowdy's The Real Heel Killer, has got 100% natural heel on his shirt. So it has been a minute, but right now this match getting ready to get underway. 3-on-3 elimination match. Who is going to be left standing at the end of this match? And you look right now, the largest guy in this match and the smallest, or one of the smallest, hooking it up in the ring right now. You would almost think, just when you look at the size of whatever, nobody really matching up right there with Blaze, but you'd almost think maybe Totes would be the one in the ring with Blaze right now, or that's how they would want it to be. Maybe Jace lines up a little bit better with Blackheart. And then, of course, the two cruiserweights, Chilovak and Vipiro, kind of in the ring together. So you don't always get to pick how it goes down, but you would think that that's kind of how both teams would almost have it set up strategy-wise. And look, that's got to be it, because immediately Blaze is like, look, I got us a head start right here. We've kind of issued out a lot of punishment. Let's go ahead and get things going the way we want it to go as far as on our side. Chili now getting back out, and look at this. Vipiro really wisely sees Totes coming in and says, whoa, okay, if this is our strategy, let's get Blaze in here. And that's exactly what he does. Now still, you look at it, Totes just looks like he's slightly the biggest guy, or slightly the bigger guy on the nWo side. Still, though, you gotta know Blaze still outweighs him probably by about 40 to 50 pounds. So, not the easiest or the best strategy on the side of the nWo, but still, you gotta believe that's how it go. Now, too, if you're Totes and you're like, hey, it's time to tag somebody in, probably want to tag in Jace, you know what I mean? Probably one to look at that, unless you can get Blaze beat down a little bit, and then Chili can start using his speed against him. And it's the same on the other side. At this point, the way the match is set up, if Blaze wants to get out, probably want to tag in Blackheart. And that's at least at the beginning, and look at that, right away they go. Now you think that I would have control over this, but I absolutely do not. Blackheart and Totes had an epic battle back and forth, which is why both of them became two-time WCW World Champions. Both of them beating each other for the title belt. And now both of them sitting in the ring, hooking horns once again. Guys, remember I said the goal, that's an additional podcast tomorrow, right? But it's more than that. I will show you how, and it is a 2 to 3 hour process, but I will show you how I will create a brand new universe and show you step by step how to set it up so that it is the most effective, that it fixes most of the glitches, most of the match cards, most of the stuff for your universe as you move forward. It's a pain in the rear end to set it up, don't get me wrong, but once it's set up, you're glad you did it. It works out very well. I mean, it's seriously almost to the point where you can let the computer book the matches if you do it right. Jace Wagner now and Blackheart going after it. And Jace trying to get back after. Trying to get back after the other guys. Blackheart bringing the thing in. And remember, in this match type, you can be knocked out. It is one of the few match types that you can actually get knocked out in. There are not a lot of rules, as Jace showed you right there. Took that light to Blaze, and now you got shards of glass all over the ring. Jace now the second most deadliest move in the WCW. It is called the Jace of Spades, and when you see it, you can't unsee it. That's how scary that move is. Vipiro now and Jace hooking it up. And look! Again, these guys trying to do the thing. Vipiro putting his effort into Jace. Chilliwack waiting because they weren't really hard blows. And then now Chilliwack trying to take advantage, but Vipiro able to get it turned back around. And whoa, what a big elbow right there. Buckles the legs. Chilliwack going up to the top rope. Can he make it that distance? He does. Huge cross body. And now jumps up and bam. Right on top of the old scunion. Totes now getting in, getting all kinds of fired up, apparently trying to stop a mud hole in the side. And look at the nWo straight to the underhanded, dastardly tactics that they have been using and that they are known for. Totes now putting him in his finisher. But Blackheart there, able to get him broke up so he doesn't tap out right there. Totes goes now, rolls up the leg. 1, 2, and Blaze able to jump in and get it broke up. Thanks, Brad. I appreciate that, brother. And look at what's going on the outside of the ring right now. You got Vipero taking it to Jace Wagner. And if you guys remember back, even a couple episodes ago, it was believed that Jace would be the one to take over and lead the nWo. Instead, it's his brother Totes that does it. And there's not been a lot of time in the WCW. Well, no time in the WCW, but there hasn't been a lot of time even in our Universe Mode where these two have actually hooked up and did a tag team. There was a chance, and look at the whole crowd acknowledging the leader of the nWo. Totes blocking Vipero from being able to get Blackheart tagged in. Big slam right there. Might have knocked the wind out of him. But Vipero able to get out of the way, and look, Totes is telling him, oh yeah, 4 horsemen this. And getting him to acknowledge him again, and uses that to drive Blackheart's head into those shards of glass. Both of these guys going back and forth, both of them landing on the shards. Hooks the leg, 1, 2, and Vipero there to break it up. Now, what is going on? Witcher, sister, welcome to the stream. What is happening, Agent Destin? Welcome in. Oh, Totes tries to get in the way, but Blackheart, knowing Totes' tactics, did not fall for it. And now on top of Chili. Now look, there's some things. You can see Totes. No love lost between Totes and Blackheart, and then Chili gets hit with the nail in the coffin. We're just getting ready to talk about it. You cannot give Blackheart any distance. You cannot give Cheyenne any distance. You give them this much distance. This much right here. And that is enough distance for them to put the 8-second ride on you, to put the nail in the coffin on you. And look at this, back and forth. Both of them going for that drop kick. But I think Black ended up catching them just a little bit so that when Chili landed, came down the wrong way. Blaze McCoy now back to exactly how we started. We have seen Blaze win on this move right here. And how did Chili get out of that? How did he find a way to get out of that? That is a huge reversal. But Blaze letting him know he didn't appreciate the reversal. He didn't find it as amusing, and then flexing in front of him, giving him the old Blaze-a-Rudy. The old light it up Blaze, I'm a walking the floor. Dives, gets the pin into Jace. And Jace now whipping him into the ropes, but timing just a little bit off. Blaze going to use that against him, and a huge lariat. That was like a freight train, went down a couple different tracks, got up enough speed, and then right before he went back in time, used Jace to stop himself from doing it, to slow everything back down. Now Vipero and Jace in it, going after it inside the ring as well. And remember, we've said this. Jace and Totes talking it over right now. Could this be the thing? No, thought we were going to see the Jace of Spades, but we don't. Hooks the leg. And not even a 1 count. So if you are the New World Order, that has got to be a little disheartening. That has got to be a little scary. And Blaze fighting through it, doing the things to make sure he is not taking it downtown. I wish all these guys that called with their pre-recorded messages would take a long walk off a short cliff. And we've said they're brothers a couple times now, but you see Jace, where Jace got that move from. You see Totes doing it quite a bit. And there it is. It's the snake bite out of nowhere. And just like a snake, hooks the leg. 1, 2. And somehow Chili got in, broke it up, and broke up the breakup that Blaze was trying to accomplish right there. Oh, I thought we were about to see the constrictor from Vipiro. Jace coming down, landing awkward on the elbow, grabbing that elbow. Vipiro able to recover in a much faster time. Welcome back, Blaze. To be fair, Blaze probably never left. Probably does what I do. When I'm watching other shows, I'm also working on mine. Chillivac not allowing Vipiro to get in control. Jace tries to hit him with the chair, but will Vipiro now be able to use that chair really against Jace Wagner? Picks him up, gives him the old hip toss, and now Vipiro showing you why that is his name. And this, if you guys were wondering, is the grandson of Vipiro, Vipiro Jr., the one who has always been in our universe, but is what it is. And look at this. We have seen him do this before, and this is usually the setup, but now hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. And Blackheart gets the pin on Jace Wagner. So now down 2-3. And things not looking good for the nWo. Chillivac gonna try to get that turned back around. Made sure he didn't get hit by that chair. And now you see most of the glass shards out of the ring, but that's probably because it's in more of their backs than anything. And Chillivac trying to get this even back up 1-1. Staying on top of the offense right here. Picks him up. Brings him back down. Thought he might have went for the pin right there. Does not. Huge kick, and now taking it up top. If he can land this, it might be lights out for Blackheart, but Blackheart finds a way to not only get out of the way, but once again punch Totes and then put the nail in the coffin on Chili. And then there was one. It is now Totes McGoats versus 3. Totes trying to hit him with the extraction, splits him open. But immediately Blaze McCoy getting in to break that up to make sure it stays 3-on-1. But Totes was going to try to do it again. Blackheart gets up though and gets out of the way. Can the bearded Totes McGoats find a way to eliminate anybody? And look, at this point, it is going to be hard for Totes to do it. No breathers given to Totes from here on out. Plus, Totes will have to kick out of all the pins. Totes now split open. Blackheart doing it again. And is this going to be it? 1, 2. And Totes finds a way to kick out in 2. But then at what cost? Totes already split open. Blackheart wanting a piece of Totes the entire match. And here he goes. And that has got to be it. 1, 2. And Totes kicks out in 2, but I don't know how. Blackheart hitting him with the nail in the coffin. Blaze coming in probably for the hook, line, and sinker, or maybe a chair shot first. Totes now trying to get it turned back around, but again, this is still, Totes can put the moves and do this and do that, but at the end of the day, there is still a couple get out of jail free cards. But look at this, Totes delivering the neck breaker right on top of that chair. And it looked like Blaze would have kicked out, but Blackheart there anyway to make sure, just in case. Oh, thought he might go for a pin right there. Instead goes for a chair. And now hitting Blaze with the chair. Blaze trying to get back to his feet. Finally does. And turns it back around and delivers the back of Totes' head right on top of that chair. And Totes wisely getting out of the way, and Blaze wisely going after him anyway. Blaze picking him up. And look, I think he saw that. I think he saw the bat right there and was going to use that bat. Totes, though, getting it turned back around. Sliding back in the ring. No countouts in this match, but there are some knockouts. And you can see Blaze over on the side breathing hard, but knew what position Totes was going to be and waited for Totes. But still, Totes somehow able to get the upper hand, but then for how long? Now picking up the hockey stick and going after Vipiro. And that is not the position you would want to be in as a wrestler. Maybe Totes realizing that now, trying to get Blaze out from where his own corner is. And look, I don't think it matters, or maybe it does. We're going to find out, but the referee not on the outside of the ring. So even if Blaze taps out, I don't think it matters. Referee staying inside the ring. Totes now bringing it back to the inside, and then once again going right back after Vipiro. Now going after Blackheart. Now going after both of them. Vipiro breaking it up. Blaze still on the ground. And Blaze starting to get back up. Totes trying to deliver one more shot to Vipiro. But does he see Blaze coming? No, he doesn't. But able to get out of the clutches of Blaze right there. Now throws him into the chairs, or the steel steps. And Blaze again on the ground. Now, this might be the best thing Totes can do, to be fair. Kind of start recovering, start regaining some of his stamina, because again, there is no way for Totes to get a breather. But none of it matters if it stays on the outside of the ring either. So that's good. Maybe making the inroads, but not making the ones that count. And that is what is so hard about these 3-on-3 matches. When it gets down to here, you got to be in the ring. And if there's only one of you left, a 1-on-3, that starts really becoming a problem. Totes getting the kendo stick. Sees Blaze McCoy getting back to his feet. Blaze with a big clothesline. And you got to believe the corporate syndicate wanting to get Totes back in that ring. And that might be the place Totes doesn't want to be, because right here is where this match could very well end. Oh, Totes diving out of the way, hooking it up, hits him again with the extraction, but immediately Vipiro's in to break it up. And that's what I'm talking about. How can you possibly win when they've got get out of jail free cards? Totes now again going for another finisher. Can he get him to tap out? Referee right on top of it, and Totes actually gets Blaze to tap out. We are down to a 2-on-1, but Ruh-roh in the SpaghettiOs. Totes on the wrong end of a kendo stick. And this is what Totes can't have. He gets the tap out, but cannot. Oh, that is what he needed right there. Rolls out of the way. Vampiro now into the ring. Totes has got to find a way to get back on his feet. If he doesn't do this, if he can't get in control of the match, obviously it could be all over but the crowd. And look, Vampiro's coming, but Totes playing a little peekaboo, a little Ruh-roh SpaghettiOs, a little whoops-a-daisies. But Vampiro striking just like the snake he is, sitting back, waiting for Totes. Totes trying to fight through as well. And back and forth, both of them are going. Where they're stopped, nobody is a knowing. 1, 2, 3. And it is down to being one-on-one, but this time Totes catches him riding dirty, hitting him multiple times with the fists. Can Totes find a way to come back and win the 3-on-1? Puts him in the submission hold. Is Black going to tap out? And Blackheart taps out somehow. Totes McGoats, the leader of the nWo, wins the match. In an unbelievable comeback, Totes finding a way to come back, showing the nWo why he is the leader of that group. Completely unreal. Blackheart was on another level. Blaze on another level. Vampiro looking like the old Vampiro, the Vampiro of old. And somehow Totes found a way to come back and snatch the victory from the jaws of defeat. You saw the other guys go out, and immediately I'm like, well, there you go. Like, Totes is just going to get beat up. Hopefully, like my hope as the announcer was, hopefully Totes can make it out of the match without being injured. Like, maybe that could happen. Instead, Totes finding a way, and honestly, a lot of luck had to play its part in that match as well, but found a way to come back and win. Now, Melinda Gutierrez and Ozzy, wait a second. Why is the nWo? And look at this! The hits just keep on coming.
Champion contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing the nWo from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, the WCW Women's Undisputed World Television Champion and the WCW Women's United States Champion, the Mechanic Melandra Gutierrez.
So now you got the Universal World Champion. You got multiple World Champion caliber wrestlers on the women's side of the nWo, and then they just added Melinda G. Her name gets added to the roster of the New World Order. The Syndicate on another level as well, showcasing the women that they've got to sign on their side. But while it looks like the men may be a little bit stronger in the Syndicate, the women might be wait a second, what is this? And Rowdy, not to be outdone, he has inked a deal with Ozzy, the WCW greatest women's world champion ever, only two-time champion, and she defended the belt 11 times, now also a member of the corporate syndicate.
From the Queen City, the WCW Women's World Champion, the phenomenal one, Oxley.
Man, Blaze, I really appreciate that, brother. Blaze buying his ticket to the show. I'm telling you guys, you don't even know, but the $2, the $1.99, whatever it is, that stuff goes a long way in helping making these shows even better. So, really appreciate it. I am a member of my own channel, but I'm also a member of Blaze's channel. I'm a member of the Solo Season Universe as well. So, I also believe in buying my ticket. But now, and this goes back, and again, you got Totes My Goats on the one side, you got Rowdy on the other, you got Ozzy and Melinda in the ring, and you know at one point, these two women are going to be hooking it up for the world title. But we're talking about, you've got the WCW World Champion in the ring, and then you've also got the WCW Women's United States and WCW Women's World Television title. Yeah, that is why I can't wait to talk to how you do it. I'm serious, I can't wait. Very excited, not just to be on the Cause Summit podcast, but to see other E-Federation owners and how they do it as well. I'm very excited for the whole thing. We're going to heavily advertise that on our channel as well to make sure that everybody gets over and sees that while it's going on. And look at this. Either one of these women can beat you at any time in the ring. But now the two of them facing off. And right now, both of them are at the top of their game. Both of them are boosted almost exactly the same because of the two titles, because of the world title. Even though they have different wrestling styles, these two women right now, top of their game, and both of these, this is like a dream match. If you wanted to see a dream match on the women's side, it has always been Ozzy and Cheyenne, but right now it is Ozzy and Melinda G. So you know her in there is iffy, and look at that. There is a size difference, however. You look, Melinda giving up a little bit of size, a little bit of height, a little bit of weight to Ozzy, but always has been able to use that to her advantage. Ozzy, though, right now not allowing Melinda to move her anywhere she wants. So Melinda has got to change her strategy right here. She has got to find a way to do something else. Find a way to break through the defenses of Ozzy if she looks to win this match. What is going on, Rowdy? Welcome to the stream, brother. What is happening, Wally? Welcome to the stream. Goes now, hooks the leg, and a 1 count. So again, both of these women kind of putting pins on one another, just testing the waters, seeing where everything is at, to hopefully adjust their strategies as they move through this match. But looking at Ozzy, one of the newest members that we know of the corporate syndicate, and looking at Melinda, one of the newest members that we know of the New World Order. Now, no title belts on the line in this match. Again, you know these women at one point are going to be hooking it up for title belts. Like, there's no way around it. And look at that, Melinda right there using her speed against Ozzy. We have seen Ozzy do this to other wrestlers. And Melinda going what looked like she was going to do was go for the Fafo Slam. Ozzy able to get out of it, though, reverse it back around. Melinda reverses the reversal. And that has been the story of this match so far here tonight. And Rowdy getting involved, getting Melinda distracted. Totes trying to get Melinda's attention, tell her to stop. But Rotro SpaghettiOs just got hit with the somewhere over the rainbow, which typically sets up the yellow brick road. And you gotta believe if Ozzy can get it in, this might be it. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I went to count the 3. And Melinda found a way to kick out in 2 in 999th 1,000ths. That's how close that was. Now trying to get it turned back around, trying to get the jawbreaker put on her, whips her into the ropes. And the show will go on, but look at this. And that's, again, it's the story of the match. But if she hits this, it won't be the story of anything, and she does. That has got to be all over but the crying. And Ozzy picking up the win here tonight.
Here is your winner, the phenomenal one, Moxley.
What's crazy about this match, it has been a long time since we've seen Melinda lose a match. And it has been a long time since we have seen Ozzy lose a match. So lots of stuff going on. I'm telling you, I probably could run just an all-women's show and it'd be nothing but bangers. The ladies always come to wrestle. Now, maybe something, we talked about it, but tonight, now that Rowdy is in the stream, tonight, Rowdy putting the WCW World title belt on the line against a member of the New World Order. We've already seen Totes wrestle, so obviously not him. Chillivac, Jace Wagner, Hogan, Andrew Dubbs. All these guys have already wrestled, and it isn't against him. But what we are about to see, we saw JP attack Jay Savage. Then we saw Jay Savage bring down one of the members of the Ladies New World Order. Now JP and Jay Savage getting a chance to step in the ring right now. Again, you got JP, you know he's high up.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the Syndicate from Salt Lake City, Utah, weighing in at 193 pounds, JP.
But you know JP is high up in the Syndicate. Probably responsible for closing the deal with Rowdy to merge the Syndicate and the corporation, forming the corporate syndicate. Rowdy hasn't named what he is as of yet, but you just got to imagine he's high up there. And now Jay Savage, former leader of the Syndicate, newest member of the NWO, making his way down to the ring, and these two guys are fixing to hook it up. Who is better?
Representing the nWo from Tacoma, Washington, weighing in at 269 pounds, Jay Savage.
Jay Savage, new look, same attitude, being escorted down to the ring by Digital Dogs and Totes Magoats. So JP being escorted down to the ring, obviously by Pyro just having that match, but Zach Hamilton escorting JP down to the ring. So this is going to be a match like normally would be a main event match, but we've got Rowdy putting the world title on the line against Digital Dogs here tonight. Rowdy getting the best of Digital Dogs every single time. Hogan, though, believing in him, and Hogan telling him, you got to go down by yourself. So no escorts going down to the ring. Nobody on the NWO side. Nobody on the WC or on the corporate syndicate side. Just Digital Dogs, who you see down at the ring right here, and Rowdy going after it, hooking it up for the WCW World Championship. And look at this. We have seen JP be just off the last couple matches. But already here tonight against Jay Savage, understanding what kind of bragging rights are on the line. Wanting to prove that he should have been the leader of the Syndicate all along. Jay Savage wanting to show him that no, you shouldn't have been. But right now, JP getting off to a quick start against Jay Savage. Is Totes McGoats or Digital Dogs or Zach Hamilton gonna play any kind of consequences in this match? Are they gonna play any kind of role in this match? Yeah, Totes has had a busy night tonight. He has escorted a lot of people down to the ring. He has had the match. Kind of shocked he's really even walking. And look at this, JP getting out of the ring. Totes, though, getting out of the way. Not wanting to cause any problems. And JP showing you just how fast he can strike. But you got to look at this. You look at the match. We talk about size versus power all the time. Speed versus power. And obviously Savage, more of the power in this. But Savage has a different set of skills. Just like in the movie Taken, he has got a very specific set of skills. And he will put them to use on you in the ring, able to absorb what JP was doing early on in the match and get things turned around. Now starting to take control. But again, this is one of those things where Ruh-Roh SpaghettiOs, and out of nowhere, the tripletta, the triple butterfly coming your way. What is going on? Ken Sean, welcome to the stream. Ken Sean still holding the WCW Hardcore title. Looked like Sawyer was going to get a shot at the next WCW pay-per-view, but Sawyer is currently missing. Nobody knows where Sawyer is at. 1, 2, and right there, both men able to take the triple butterfly. Both men able to take JP's finisher, the red button, and both men able to kick out of each other's finisher. JP cannot believe it. Now get Savage up, and another big boot, but look at this. Savage really wise, rolls out of the ring, not letting JP do the thing. JP sidesteps the counter, and this comes back to the speed part of it. Now, that's not to say that there isn't some power because of the speed. There is absolutely some power behind what JP is doing. But it's just not quite the same. Speed generated by velocity versus generated by distance is two different things. Savage, though, right here, able to start slowing things down a little bit again, able to start getting back in control of the match. You can see Digital and Totes. And that's another thing. You saw Digital Dogs have his questions with Hogan about Totes taking over. Totes, though, getting him that title shot here tonight against Rowdy should have put, hopefully, some of those concerns to bed, even though that's not all of them. Probably, definitely a part of it. And it's one of those things where even though Jay Savage starts the Syndicate, gets these guys, never seemed like he quite fit into the Syndicate, but I am telling you this, it does seem like he is right at home in the nWo. The attitude, the style, all. And look, Savage uses the referee not once, but twice to gain the advantage against the much faster JP. JP trying to get a straight run at him. Savage using the referee to block that run and then get his hands on him. And now taken, using the entire ring against JP. And gonna try to put him away right here. And you might wonder, why is he going after that shoulder? Well, the triple butterfly, whoa, went to put it on him. JP reverses out of it and then hits him with a reverse Pele kick. Never seen that reversal before in the history of the world. But we are seeing it here tonight. Jumping, swinging, neck breaker. Savage's foot is underneath the ropes. Charles Robinson not going to count it. Savage able to kick out anyway. And here we go, JP. Can he get it in? And that might be it. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. And JP comes away with the victory.
Here is your winner, JP.
And it's funny, if you listen to Jay Savage talk, if you listen to Solo, he will tell you Jay Savage loses better than y'all win. And you can see why both of these guys putting on a show here tonight. But that brings us in to the main event. So you can see the nWo winning the first match. The Corporate Syndicate coming back to win the second match, 1-1. Now, the nWo does win this belt against the Horsemen, not a part of the Syndicate. Bret Hart taking it 2-1 against Hogan. T. Jones making it 3-1 for the Corporate Syndicate. Totes able to come back and get the win right there. Making it, look at that, 1, 2, 3. But we'll just say 3-2. Melinda losing 4-2, 5-2. But none of that is going to matter here tonight if Rowdy cannot retain the WCW World Championship here tonight against Digital Dogs. So this, coming down, could have been a pay-per-view event.
Is scheduled for one fall and is for the WCW World Heavyweight and WCW United States Championships.
Tonight's card, Thursday Thunder's card, all of them could have been pay-per-view events. But this is just another Monday Nitro. The Corporate Syndicate, the New World Order, for the second straight show, hooking it up. And now the leader of the Corporate Syndicate making his way down to the ring. The man responsible for starting the corporation, for merging the Syndicate and the corporation together.
Representing the corporation from the nearest nightclub, weighing in at 306 pounds. The WCW World Heavyweight Champion, Rowdy Hunt.
The current WCW World Champion, the real heel killer. And the one thing we know, this is the worst town Rowdy has ever been to. But Rowdy making his way down to the ring. Now, he could make it 6-2 here tonight. Show that the Corporate Syndicate firmly in control of what is going on in the WCW, or will Digital tonight finally get a win, and not just any win, but a win for the WCW World Championship title belt? Will he get that win here tonight against Rowdy? nWo known for their underhanded tactics. We know that. We haven't seen a lot of them doing it, but you know it's there. You know they're capable of doing it. You know that it's possible. What kind of things could they have up their sleeve right now?
The nWo from Authority Megacorp HQ,
Digital Dogs now making his way down to the ring, getting his shot at the World Championship. You look at the corporate syndicate. They hold the Universal World title. They hold the World title for the WCW. You look at the nWo. They hold the Universal $1 million title. They hold the Cruiserweight title. They now hold the WCW television title. But can the nWo split up the World Championships? Get at least one of them back from the corporate syndicate? Thanks, Primetime. I really appreciate you, brother. That was where the United States title belt is not on the line. United States champion not even down at the ring right now, so that is a little bit weird. Only title belt on the line, despite the referee's best efforts, is the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. And again, you look at these two guys, and we have seen these matches go, and most of them go very quick, and all of them go in Rowdy's direction. Can Digital take what he's learned from Hogan? Maybe take some of the stuff that he learned or has learned from Toast these past couple days over the weekend, and is he able to now take that frustration out on Rowdy? Right now, I don't think Rowdy was quite expecting the newfound attitude of Digital Dogs, but Digital getting after Rowdy right now. And that's the other thing. Did that Iron Man match take it out of Rowdy? That was a very physical match all the way through. Thought that might be the reason Totes couldn't find a way to win here tonight, especially by the time it was 3-on-1. Totes has been in some brutal matches as of late. And that one against Rowdy last week was no exception. But now Rowdy getting it turned back around, taking all the doubters, putting their fears to rest, and getting back in control of the match against Digital Dogs. And look, it does not take Rowdy. If you thought Rowdy was down, it doesn't take him long to get things turned around. Being the enforcer of the Horsemen, even though he might sound like he downplayed that role a little bit, is no small feat. You look over the history of the Four Horsemen, there has been one enforcer. There may have been other members, but there has only ever been one enforcer of the Four Horsemen, and that is Arn Anderson. So again, not easy. Rowdy just picking Digital up like it ain't nobody's business. And that might have been it right there if he would have got Digital back in the ring, but Digital able to turn it back around, and now Rowdy and Digital both talking back and forth. Crowd getting involved in it as well. And look at this. Digital waiting on Rowdy. Hits him with the choke slam. 1, 2. And Rowdy able to kick out, and 2 able to take Digital's finishing move. Crowd chanting "Fight Forever." Rowdy trying to get back to his feet. Digital not stopping the offense. And there was a time where you would have looked back before Digital joined the nWo, and Digital would have slowed it down. Once he was in control, he would slow it down, and a lot of times that would cost him the match. Tonight, we are not seeing that. And now splitting Rowdy open. Digital sticking the foot on there, but Rowdy getting the foot off of his neck. And look at this. These two guys standing in the center of the ring and letting it fly. the knife edge chops, the overhand rights. Back and forth these two guys go. And moving in a circle around the ring right now, not just standing toe-to-toe, moving in that circle. Rowdy telling him, come on, swing, you missed that time. And Digital obliging, thought Rowdy was going to go down that time, but Rowdy not going down. And look at this, neither guy getting the advantage, both of them letting it fly. And Rowdy was gearing up for something. Digital stops that. Rowdy turns that back around. And a huge spear right there. Is this going to be it? 1, 2. And Digital finding a way to kick out in 2. And Rotro SpaghettiOs, the Rowdy recliner is inbound. Can he lock it in? He does. Will Digital tap out? Maybe he would have, maybe he wouldn't have, but the second time in a row, Rowdy tried to lock in the recliner, and there is no way Digital can survive this, but Rowdy lets him out yet again. And that wasn't Digital finding a way to kick out. That was Rowdy letting him out. And now hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and Rowdy retains the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. nWo, it's playing. Rowdy's telling Totes maybe to come on down, like come get you some, and look at this! It is Matt Storm, the current Mr. WCW Money in the Bank, and wearing the badging of the New World Order, cashing in right here. Referee rings the bell, and here we go. The New World Order, I told you, they do dastardly things. And here's one right now. Matt Storm trying to win the WCW World Championship from Rowdy. And realize this, in all the cash-ins we have ever had in the WCW, only one was ever successful. Can Matt Storm make it 2 here tonight? Rowdy now taking Matt Storm, and Matt, while he had the advantage, Rowdy now back in control of this match and showing you why he is our WCW World Champion. But you gotta wonder, after that match with Digital Dogs, it was a very physical match. He had a very physical match with Totes on Thursday Thunder. Does he have enough in the bank to stop the Money in the Bank holder right here? Remember, the belt cannot change hands on a count out. Matt Storm has got to either reset this count or find a way to get Rowdy back in the ring. Winning the match on a count out is not going to help your cause or your call. Matt now finding and getting Rowdy back in. Look at this. Absolutely going crazy on Rowdy in the ring. Rowdy back up. And Matt Storm taking him right back down to the ground. Matt Storm's story is amazing, but Matt Storm joining the New World Order, that is the headline of the night. That is on another level. You think of all the chess moves that have been played here tonight. The corporate syndicate being a step ahead of the nWo in some cases. The nWo being a step ahead of the corporate syndicate. And now the nWo trying to be one step ahead of them and get this championship title belt off of them. And Rowdy kicks out in 2 3/4. I thought we had a brand new champion right there. But Rowdy finds a way to kick out, and Rowdy, you can see bleeding out of the right side of his face. Matt Storm trying to not take his foot off the pedal. Hits him with that move. Rowdy trying to get back up to his feet. Matt Storm now setting up for it. Turns him around and hits him with the perfect storm. No, he doesn't hit him with the perfect storm, but he tried. It felt like he might have. And now hooks the leg. Do we have a new champion? 1, 2. And Rowdy again finds a way to kick out in 2. Not. Oh, you're the second one, actually, Eagle. That's right. Sentinel was hurt, and you won. You are the second one. So it has only happened twice. Rowdy now trying to get it turned back around. Matt Storm getting out of the way. Goes, picks him up, and hits him. This could be it. 1, 2, 3, and Rowdy could not withstand the underhanded tactics of the New World Order.
Here is your winner, and new WCW World Heavyweight Champion, the Captain, Matt Storm.
I absolutely forgot about that, Eagle. You are number 2. So Matt Storm becoming only the 3rd person in the history of the WCW to win a Money in the Bank cash-in. Thanks to Digital Dogs. But you look at that. You try to fight. You just put that into perspective for half a second. You try to fight Digital and then Matt Storm. Matt Storm right now one of the hotter WCW wrestlers. So a great signing by the nWo. Doesn't look good for us here in the WCW. But congratulations going out to Matt Storm, the new WCW Men's World Champion. But that story is long from being over. You know, Rowdy, one of the few wrestlers in his contract to actually have a real rematch clause. So anytime Rowdy loses a title belt, he has got a rematch clause in it 100% of the time. And I say one of the few, he is the only one to have that. Sometimes in the match stipulations you have that, but Rowdy has it in his contract all the way, dates all the way back to season 1. So you will definitely see those two guys hook it up again. Will Matt Storm be able to defend that title belt against the leader of the corporate syndicate, Rowdy Hunt? That we will have to find out. But right now, the brand new champion, Matt Storm, congratulations going out to you. Guys, that is going to do it for us here tonight. Remember, drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any time we go live. Share the video. What's crazy is this has been such a crazy night. That is the first time I've said it all night. But it is very important that you go out, you share the video, you do those kind of things. It really, especially the sharing, means a lot, especially while you're in the stream. But, yeah, love all you guys. Love everything that you guys do. Really appreciate and hope that you guys are also putting that work out in the community. Right now, we need to heal as a nation, especially if you're here in the United States. We need to heal as a world, but like we also need it here in the United States. We need to stop seeing things right or left, Democrat or Republican, liberal or conservative. You see the stuff that is going on. My prayers and thoughts going out to everybody that is out in California and in those wildfires right now. And remember, you guys have the power. If it doesn't matter who's leading what, but you have the power to change who leads you with your vote. Don't ever doubt that. You don't have to vote a certain way because you live in a certain place. Dumbest stuff that we could do. We got to look. Are the people leading us right now at a national level the people that we needed? We didn't think so, so we changed it. Are the people now in California the people we need? It doesn't sound like it. But what do I know? You have the power to change things with your vote. Use that power. That is your God-given right That is your anything given right, and then that is your American given right as well. So do that. Show each other some grace out there. Stop worrying about who's doing what and what's doing who. There are really, really good people on both sides. There are really bad people on both sides too. So, but we need to start focusing on the good. Let's get back together. Let's do the things that make America great again. Let's do things that make the world great. And let's do things that make each other great. Let's be lifting each other up. Love all you guys. So from us here at the Totes My Goats Wrestling Network to all of you out there, have a great day. Have a great rest of the week. Love all you guys, and we will catch all of you in the next one. Peace.